Okay, let's hope this all matches up together. Here we have two different layers, one with the eyes guy and one with Jordan. I'm using my move tool right now. As you can see, the eyes guy has different color skin, much less resolution. You see the skin textures, and in this one you don't really see any textures. It's really washed out. Different color, different contrast, and also a different angle. You can see Jordan is looking further to our right, and this guy is looking a little bit to our right, but more towards us. So all these things are going to be issues. First thing you want to do is turn the eyes to about 50%. So you select this and type in 50. Now we have the eyes guy on top of Jordan. And you click Edit, Free Transform, and we're going to do our best to match up these eyes, and it's not going to be perfect. So what we're concentrating on is more this guy's right eye than anything else. We don't want it off Jordan's face. See how it's off Jordan's face? We want it on Jordan's face. But at the same time, we don't want it over Jordan's nose. So we have to keep it in this region right here. And I'm sorry, you have to use Shift when resizing it to maintain proportions so that the eyes guy, his proportions are all the same. So I'm eyeballing this, and that looks pretty good right there. And the other eye, this one just isn't going to match up properly. But we can get it close. We can get it close enough. And you see this part of the eye is not over Jordan's skin. This eye is just there. And you can either hit Enter, double click. On my version we have a check mark, but I'm just going to double click on it to commit that change. And then change the opacity by typing in 100 back to 100. Now we have the eyes lined up, but we have to get rid of the rest of the guy's face. In order to do that, you need to know masking. So this button right here is your layer mask. And in order to do it this way, we click Alt and we click on there, and it puts a black layer mask on top of the eyes guy. The black is just hiding the guy. That's all it's doing. And in order to bring the guy back in, I'm using a brush, a white brush, and I'm going to start at 50% opacity. And I'm using my square bracket key, which is by the letter P, and you can make the brush smaller or larger. And I think right about there. And we're just going to paint the eyes in. And pretty much that's all there is to an eye swap. Like I said, with the color mismatching, the texture mismatching, sorry about that, it's not going to look good. Now, if you want to get rid of these tears, we click on Jordan, and I'd like to work on a duplicate because we're going to do some destructive editing. Right-click, duplicate layer. And it's called Jordan Copy by default, so we'll just have that, and that's fine. And we're going to use this tool, which is called the Clone Stamp tool. And I'm using my, don't worry about that, that's a mistake. I'm using my mid mouse button to zoom in. And you click Alt, and it'll turn to like a crosshair. So what we're doing is we're sampling this skin, and we're going to put that skin over these specular highlights. So I Alt-click, and I'm using my bracket key to make my brush smaller, and I'm using a 100% brush this time. And you'll see the crosshair on the left is your source, and the round circle is your destination. So we're basically brushing out these specular highlights, the tears. And I'm going to resample here and resample here. And you have to just keep resampling and keep brushing these things out. This is optional. I'm using my space bar to move him around right now. And we'll resample here and just brush this junk out. And resample here. And just keep brushing all these highlights out to get rid of the tears. There's so much more we can do, but that's a quick, easy, dirty way to do it.